being in an activated stress state is guarantee that you are causing yourself to be less efficient and to overwork or overuse your energy, because it's just very hard to do things in a meaningfully productive way when we're in an activated stress state. And so understanding by taking time to get coaching, to take a stress course, and I'm not asking anybody, I just want to say really on a practical, tactical level, this is based on not just me making this up, but dozens of physicians saying, gosh, I wish I would have taken the time to get once or twice a month coaching much earlier in the process before I was so fried to a crisp that now I've got to really work hard, which I don't have the resources, mental resources to do that work right now in order to get out of that hole. And them saying to me, if I could have just taken the time earlier on to recognize some of these things, it would have been a much simpler and easier process. And so that's part of the motivation for me, is to say, don't wait until you feel like, oh, I just can't do it anymore, I failed, or whatever that is. Recognize that it's implicit to the way that the system is set up. And the earlier you can recognize that. And when I first started coaching physicians, I bought into it too. They would say, oh, we can only get coached on nights and weekends. And I was like, okay. And so I would schedule that availability, on nights and weekends for physician clients. And you know what? They were completely exhausted when we would try to get together. And it was so hard to have meaningful conversations, or they just would cancel all the time because they just couldn't add one more thing to what they were trying to do, or they felt pressure, of course, to want to do what they should be doing in the time when they're not working, which is to recharge their batteries and not do sort of work on themselves in this way. And so when I started saying, hey, here's my availability, and people started recognizing, yeah, it's worth it for me to prioritize that 1 hour a month or 2 hours a month, 5 or 10 minutes a week to take this very easy online stress course. When they started readjusting the schedule, giving themselves permission, they were like, oh, it's amazing what a difference it makes when I schedule my time. It's similar to what I hear people say when they start to make a little time for exercise in their life. They're like, I kept waiting, then I was too tired and I never did it. And that made me more tired. And when they make just even a little time for that 10 or 15-minute walk, how much more energy it gives, clarity of thinking that it gives, the other benefits that it gives for processing stress. And you start to realize that's where the prioritization needs to be. And the other stuff all falls into place.